to the ECI by their platforms, which most of them observed quite scrupulously. The social media platforms are expected to make adequate arrangements to safeguard against misuse of their platforms and set up strict protocols to handle such issues as and when they arise. If such arrangements are not made by them and they would not be allowed to take the pretext of being only the providers of platform and shall be held responsible if necessary action is not taken by them promptly and adequately. So, besides, Commission has also entreating the political parties and candidates to sensitize their representatives not to indulge in malpractices, malicious propaganda, hate speech, or fake news, as such acts shall be dealt with sternly, harshly by the Commission. We will be closely monitoring such activities and such posts and shall take action appropriately. You know that Commission has a full-fledged sweep division, and this time the emphasis shall be on safe elections and COVID-19 safety awareness programs, beside increasing voter turnout and ethical as well as informed decision making of the voters. Comprehensive use of print media, electronic media, radio, digital media and traditional outreach methods of voter awareness are being taken up to inform, facilitate and motivate voters. With all comprehensive arrangements made at the polling station, we hope that people, the ultimate arbiters in the democracy, shall participate with full enthusiasm and the voter turnout will be more than the previous elections. The Commission, as always, will deploy sufficient number of general, police and expenditure observers in order to keep a close watch at every stage of the election process and ensure a free and fair elections in every sense of the term. If required, as I said earlier, special observers will also be deployed for expenditure monitoring and any other law and order contingency, etc. The Commission has tried to harmonize the integrating cutting-edge technology in our election processes for the last 5-6 years, and that process is an ongoing process. Applications like Booth App and C-Vigil have simplified procedures, made data available at the click of a button, and connected ECI to every stakeholder through their mobile services. Before I finally move on to announce the schedule for Bihar Assembly elections, I would like to tell you that the Commission took various factors into consideration while deciding the election schedule. Elections entail large-scale deployment and movement of security forces from various parts of the country, and we try to minimize their movement over long distances. This is both to reduce their body fatigue as well as to kind of reduce the travel time, etc., and make them feel fresh after a day or two of rest for the election duties. The prevailing COVID situation and necessity of social distancing was also kept in mind. Care was taken that the period of elections is not unnecessarily prolonged. Hence, we have shortened the period of conduct of elections and reduced the number of phases. The number of security forces has been increased manifold to ensure peaceful elections. Another factor which has been taken into consideration was the upcoming festival season and convenience of our people. As far as the by-elections to the state assemblies are concerned, you see, we have received representations from CEOs and CEOs, Chief Secretaries and CEOs of at least 3-4 states, if not more, on various grounds, seeking some deferment in their by-elections. So Commission has kept a special meeting on the coming Tuesday, that is 29th of September, only to consider those representations, after which Shri Umesh Sinha shall issue the press release of by-elections. The schedule for elections for the Legislative Council of Bihar and Karnataka, teacher and graduate segments, which were deferred by the Commission earlier due to the unforeseen situation of public health emergency, etc., from on 8 June 20, shall also be announced today in a separate press release by Dharmender and Shri Umesh Sinha. This will cover 4 teacher and 4 graduate constituencies in Bihar. Karnataka elections will be held for 2 graduate and 2 teachers constituencies. 1 MLC election of deferred Nizamabad constituency will also be announced, for which all, except the actual poll, all other electoral steps have been already concluded at the time of deferment, will be announced today afternoon, along with the other by-elections for the teachers and graduates. So I think now I would like to read out the statement for which you have been sitting here. And I thank you for your patience. General elections to the Legislative Assembly of Bihar shall be conducted in 3 phases. In first phase, 71 assembly constituencies in 16 districts, including most of the LWE districts, will go for poll. It will be held in approximately 31,000 polling stations. In second phase, 94 assembly constituencies in 17 districts will go for poll. It will have approximately 42,000 polling stations. All this is going to be made digitally available to you in the next half an hour, if not more. Sorry? General elections to the Legislative Assembly of Bihar will be conducted in 3-phase elections. Is it clear? Neeraj, to you it's clear? In first phase, 71 assembly constituencies in 16 districts, including most of the LWE districts, will go for poll. It will be held in approximately 31,000 polling stations. Am I clear? Can I go next? In that I'll come to. I'm keeping some suspense. I want you to. No, this is a part of the point. I want you to stay with us for some more time. In second phase, 94 assembly constituencies in 17 districts will go for poll. It will have approximately 42,000 polling stations. In third phase, 78 assembly constituencies in 15 districts will go for poll. It will have approximately 15 districts. Third phase, 78 assembly constituencies in 15 districts will go for poll. It will have approximately 33.5 thousand polling stations. 10 districts will have 2 phases of elections for logistical reasons. 28 districts will have single-phase elections. Patna and Bhagalpur districts will have elections in the first as well as second phase. 8 districts, namely Darbhanga, Madhubani, Purba Champaran, Paschim Champaran, Muzaffarpur, Vaishali, Samastipur and Sitamarhi will have elections in second and third phases. 8 districts, namely Darbhanga, Madhubani, Purba Champaran, Paschim Champaran, Muzaffarpur, Vaishali, Samastipur and Sitamarhi will have elections in second and third phases. So now, without further, keeping you in more suspense, issue of notification. First phase, 1st October. Am I clear? Last date of nomination, now I am reading only first phase, right? When I come to second phase, I will mention that. First phase, issue of notification, 1st October. Last date of notification, 8th October. Is it right? Scrutiny of nominations, 9th October. Is it clear? Last date of withdrawal of candidature, 12th October. Date of poll, 28th October. Counting of votes, 10th November, but that will be for all the phases, right? With your permission, 10th November. Can I now go to second phase, please? You there? Okay. Issue of notification, 9th October. Last date of nomination, 16th October. Whenever you want me to repeat, I will repeat, gladly repeat. Scrutiny of nomination, 17th October. Last date of withdrawal of candidature, 19th October. Date of poll, 3rd November. Counting, as I said earlier, 10th November. Shall I go to third phase, please? Sorry? Shall I go to third phase? Issue of notification, 13th October. 13th October, 13 October. Last date of nomination, 20th October, 20 October. Scrutiny of nomination, 21 October, 21st October. Last date of withdrawal of candidature, 23rd October, 23 October. Date of poll, 7th November, 7th November. Counting of votes, 10th November. Now, I would throw the floor open for...
If you have your questions, please announce your name and organization before you...
Only
one
request is one by one, please.
Sure.
And
just a minute, we'll begin with this.
सर, मोहित दुबे न्यूज नेशन से बोल रहा हूं मैं। सर, जहां तक बिहार विधानसभा चुनाव की बात है, आपने कहा कि ऐतिहासिक ये चुनाव होने जा रहा है कोरोना महामारी के दौरान। अगर हम आपने जो उत्तरी बिहार के बारे में बात की, पूर्वी चंपारण, पश्चिमी चंपारण, वैशाली, दरभंगा, जितने भी जिले हैं, बाढ़ प्रभावित ये इलाके हैं। सर, आपको नहीं लगता था कि इन इलाकों में और फेजेस कराए जा सकते थे? चुनाव आपको लगता है कि 3 ही फेज में मुकम्मल हो सकता है?
देखिए, बाढ़ का जो फेज है, इट इज ऑन द वेनिंग साइड. इट वॉज ऑन द राइजिंग साइड, इट इज ऑन द वेनिंग साइड. जब हमारे अधिकारी गए थे, इन्होंने सेवरल पॉइंट्स पे मीटिंग ली थी. तो बाढ़
बाजिला निर्वाचन बिगुल प्रथम पर्यायर 71 कन्स्टिट्युएन्सी निर्वाचन हेब. सेकेंड फेज रे 94 रही, थर्ड फेज रे 78 कन्स्टिट्युएन्सी रही. 3टी पर्यायर हेब बिहार निर्वाचन. प्रथम पर्यायर 71 सीट रे हेब भोट, जहाँ वर्तमान प्रेसमिट सूचना मिलूला अक्टोबर 28 रे हेब प्रथम पर्याय भोट. सेहीपरि 3टी पर्यायर हेब बिहार निर्वाचन. बिहार निर्वाचन बिगुल बाजी. प्रथम पर्यायर 71 सीट रे भोट हेब. सेहीपरि सेकेंड फेज रे 94 सीट और थर्ड फेज रे 78 सीट रे भोट हेब. 3टी पर्यायर हेब बिहार निर्वाचन, जहाँ सुनील अरोरा वर्तमान सूचना दौले प्रेसमिट माध्यम बिहार निर्वाचन पर बिगुल बाजी. अक्टोबर 28 हेब प्रथम पर्याय भोट. 3टी पर्यायर हेब बिहार निर्वाचन. तो कोरोना स्थिति रे तमाम सुरक्षा व्यवस्था ग्रहण कर देखा. मुख्य निर्वाचन कमिशनर सुनील अरोरा सूचना दौले कि निर्वाचन में कोरोना आक्रांत भी दे पारे भोट. भोट ग्रहण शेष पर्यायर सुरक्षा व्यवस्था सहित भोट देवे. भोट ग्रहण समय सीमा 1 घंटा वृद्धि होती. सकाल 7 रु संध्या 6 पर्यंत भोट दे पारे. जब प्रार्थी मैंने ऑनलाइन रे प्रार्थी पत्र दाखल करें, जहाँ पूर्व ऑफलाइन थिला, वर्तमान जेहेतु कोरोना सिचुएसन से ऑनलाइन रे मध्य प्रार्थी प्रार्थीपत्र दाखल करें। निर्वाचन प्रचार में मात्र 2टी गाड़ी व्यवहार करने अनुमति रही। घर को घर बुली जितेबाला प्रार्थी प्रचार करेंगे से प्रार्थी को मिसाई मात्र 5 जन ही रहीपारे। सेहीपरि कोरोना काल में जेहेतु प्रथम निर्वाचन कोरोना संक्रमण समय होगाकू जाउछि प्रथम निर्वाचन बूथ रे भोटरों संख्या ह्रास करा जायछि। गोटे बूथ रे रहिबे 1000 भोटर जहां सुनील अरोड़ा सूचना देइछन्ति। तेबे चलित निर्वाचन रे व्यवहृत हेबो 6 लाख पीपीई किट।